My name is Joe Peroni, and this is the Rise Above Project. And today, we're going to talk about the easiest, fastest, no-skill way to improve your relationship. And it will be improved immediately, and this will improve all of your relationships. But before we get to that, I want to introduce you to Lily. This is Lily the pug. Now, as you can see, she's still a puppy. I don't think she has the attention span for this, but we're going to see how it goes. Now, pugs are born and bred for over 2,000 years to be lap dogs. And that's what they do. They just give and receive affection. And she's a little tired. She's yawning too. So Lily here is not a guard dog. She's not particularly athletic, and she's definitely not a hunting dog. But as you can see, she's perfect just the way she is, right? Now, so my job is to accept her exactly as she is. Now, you can't really see, but her ears are a little weird, but that's okay. There you go. Her ears are a little strange, but listen, they're perfect. And my job is to nurture her so she has a great pug life. And what does that mean? It means lots of cuddling, it means lots of affection, it means she's gonna wanna sleep on the bed, she's gonna be wanting to be on the couch, no long walks when it's really hot, and of course, pugs love treats. So that's going to work into the show today. So remember I said all that. So Lily the pug is absolutely perfect just the way she is. I don't need her to weigh 80 pounds. I don't need her to be a guard dog. She's a pug. So I'm going to put her down here before. Let me see if I can. Oh, Lily, come on. There we go. All right. And of course, she just hit the camera. And now she's biting my toes. All right, this is going to be interesting. And you could hear her in the background, I'm sure. Anyway, back to business. The easiest, fastest, no-skill way to improve your relationship. And this is how you do it. Full acceptance of who somebody is. And you want to nurture them to be exactly who they need to be in this world. And most of the time, you can do that. Hold on a second. We're going to hold her for a little bit. So how do you do this with people? How do you have full acceptance of who they are? And how do you nurture who they were meant to be in this world? It's not that hard. All you have to do is basically just step back. Let them grow. Support them in their growth and their journey to who they need to be. Now, a couple of caveats here. This won't work if somebody's abusive, and it won't work if they're in active addiction. But other than that, your job is to fully support and accept the people around you, or more specifically, your partner. This is going to allow you to be fully invested in their happiness, and you'll be able to support their goals. So it gives them a safe place to be fully authentic. Right, Lily? And it gives them a chance to feel like they're fully loved for who they are. Now, there's a lot of talk about this term like falling in love. I don't necessarily believe that. I think people grow into love, but whatever term you want to use, that's fine. But typically, when somebody is saying that they're falling in love with another person, now hear me out, it's that they're actually falling in love with themselves. And the reason for this is because their partner is holding up a mirror to them and says, listen, I accept you for who you are. Non-judgmental. And for the things that aren't so great, those are okay as well. And so we start to feel loved and cared about. And we're getting positive feedback from our partners. And so we start to feel good about who we are. So we have an opportunity to love who we are. It's really difficult to think of a person, let's say, who can't get a job, that their family is very difficult with them, has maybe been abusive, and maybe the world is very difficult to them. Maybe they just don't have a lot of friends. How does a person like that really look in the mirror and say, you know, I'm a great person? It's just that nobody else in the world can see it. So again, the world is a mirror to us. So if you mirror back to somebody that they're perfect just the way they are, you're going to improve your relationship immediately. So what does full acceptance look like? You know what, give me a second, because she's killing me over here. So I'm just going to put her outside. Hopefully she won't cry, but I'll be right back. Okay, I have a feeling that I have about a minute before she starts to cry. But full acceptance, what it means is giving up the need to control somebody, giving up the need to try to correct somebody or to coerce them into being the type of person that you, quote unquote, need them to be to make you happy. Stop trying to convince people that who they are is not good enough for you. Stop trying to change them. Don't condemn and criticize them, especially if you start doing it and it becomes a habit. Nobody wants to have that mirror that says, you suck, and everything you do is just not good enough, and I'm looking at you with disapproving eyes. Nobody's going to fall in love with that. And if they did fall in love with it, they're falling out of love with it real fast. Stop complaining. Stop blaming. Stop the judging. Stop punishing someone to try to make them different, because they might feel a little bit differently than you, or their perspective of life is different than yours. Don't push them. Don't manipulate them to serve you. People are not here to serve you. You're there to be the best person you can be, and you are supposed to support them to be the best person that they can be. And in a good relationship, they're doing the same for you. Serve them by empowering them to be exactly who they're supposed to be. Have their back. Don't stab them in the back. And again, full acceptance. We seem to be able to do this with dogs, let's say. That's why I use Lily as an example. Like, downstairs I have a Chow. He's not an affectionate dog, typically. He's not a lap dog. He's not cuddly. He's none of those things. But he's the greatest guard dog, and he's incredibly loyal. If I wanted him to suddenly be this lap dog and tried to change him, I would be disappointed. I wouldn't like him, and he wouldn't like me either. And this is the base part of most relationships. What you want to do, typically when I'm talking to somebody, trying to do couples therapy, first thing partners do, they give me a laundry list of things how they want their partner to change for them. Well, that never works, so let's throw that out. The second part is what can they do today, starting today, to be a better partner? And that does help. But it's a process that's very difficult. And that's okay, you still need to do it. But I'm going to give you the third option today because, again, it's the easiest, fastest, no-skill way to improve your relationship. And that's to magnify your partner's strengths. Whatever they like to do, push them and support them and encourage them in that direction. And they will love you for it. We all want to be around people who appreciate us. And again, my dog's still barking in the background. I wish I could go a week without that, but that's okay. Well, we're going to work through it. Let me give you a quick story. I've been a personal trainer for 1,000,000 years. A lot of people ask me, what does it take to be a personal trainer for all these years and be successful? And I can tell you, there's a lot of parts to it, but let's narrow it down just a very small part. Because you can actually make anybody into a good personal trainer in this particular way. Let's say you're spotting somebody. Let's say they're incredibly strong. They can bench press 405 pounds, which is 4 plates on each side of an Olympic bar. They can't push it anymore, but let's say you don't even have any strength. They're trying to push up. All you need to do is assist them in the direction that they want to go. and you'll get the job done. And that's the point of being a trainer, is that you're assisting people and you're facilitating who they want to be in the future. That's all you have to do. And you're trying to pull them along to help them. If a trainer learns nothing else, all they need to do is learn these few little words. Just say, one more. You can do it. When somebody is struggling, you can say, one more. You can do it. And what is that doing? It means that you're fully invested in their happiness and trying to get to their goal, and you're encouraging them to go in the direction that they want to go. And this is the essence of life. There shouldn't be that much oppositional behaviors in relationships. There shouldn't be that much combativeness. That's not, or should never be, in a relationship. It should be to make fertile ground for your partner to grow and to be the best person that they can be, and to be their cheerleader along the way. I'm going to talk more about this because although this is the easiest, fastest, no-skill way to improve a relationship, there are barriers that would make a person not be able to do this that well, and I think I'll talk about that at another time. Hopefully this was valuable to you, and hopefully you all enjoyed Lily the Pug. I'll be back next time. Thank you.